Airlines exist along a spectrum. On the one side, you have low-cost airlines, those that do not offer in-flight entertainment, free snacks or beverages, that always charge extra for luggage, even for small cabin bags, but in return offer lower base fares. On the other side are full-service carriers, the ones that offer the full package, from checked luggage to free drinks, snacks or even meals, better comfort, in-flight entertainment and so forth. Those airlines also typically offer business class cabins and operate their routes more regularly. Think twice a day instead of twice a week on random days at random times, which is the case for a lot of low-cost carriers. And every airline can be placed somewhere along that spectrum. For certain carriers, you can certainly have lengthy debates about where they stand, but you can see an eerie emptiness in the middle. There aren't many airlines that are equally close to being no frills as well as to full service. This is where you will find Icelandair. In today's video, we will take a closer look at the transatlantic economy class of Icelandair, why their hybrid business model makes sense for them in particular, and what you can and cannot expect from them. So without further ado, let's get going. Right off the bat, I want to highlight that the ticket for today's journey was provided to us for free by the airline. We have accepted free tickets from airlines in the past, including from Icelandair's main competitor, Play. So we don't play favorites, and neither do we let our videos be influenced by airlines in any way. To ensure that, they don't get to view the videos before we publish them, and we always insist to try average seats and economy class as well, in order to show you authentically what an airline is like. Today's journey begins in sunny Orlando, Florida, the terminus of one of Icelandair's longest flights. It's a whopping 7.5 hours on average from Keflavík to Orlando, also making it one of the world's longest Boeing 737 MAX flights overall. Distance-wise, Icelandair's Keflavík to Seattle route is around 100 miles longer, a flight we've covered back in 2022 in an episode of Brutally Honest as well. And Orlando boasts an even longer 737 MAX flight, as Brazilian airline Gol connects the city with Brasilia, a journey of up to 8 hours. We'll do the Orlando to Keflavík service tonight and then continue onwards to Berlin to showcase what their service is like, not only on flights between Iceland and North America, but also on the shorter sectors from Iceland to Europe, plus the experience of transiting at Keflavík Airport. We're departing from Orlando's new Concourse C. The terminal was only opened in 2022 and cost almost $3 billion to build. It is absolutely stunning and is yet another example of how America just knows how to build good-looking functional terminals. In recent months, I've traveled through Los Angeles' new midfield satellite Concourse, the new international arrival facility of Seattle-Tacoma's International Airport, and now Orlando's new Concourse C. With those, as well as other not-too-old terminal buildings such as in Sacramento, Raleigh, and Tampa, and the many projects currently under construction like in Pittsburgh, JFK's new Terminal 1, or the redevelopment of Salt Lake City International Airport, dare I say, air travel in the United States has become kind of great? Anyway, check-in was fairly uncomplicated. My ticket came with a checked bag as well as a carry-on. My massive backpack fit in the carry-on slot easily and is allowed to weigh up to 10 kilograms. A 10-kilogram carry-on is actually included with every type of ticket, even the cheapest economy class fares, so you can always bring at least a little 10-kilogram suitcase plus a small bag that fits under your seat. Look at this terminal, ain't that pretty? I just recently found out that Orlando is the busiest airport in Florida. I automatically always figured that it would be Miami due to it being a large American Airlines hub, but no, in 2023, Orlando handled 5 million passengers more than Miami, making Orlando the 7th busiest airport in all of the United States, busier than hubs such as Charlotte, San Francisco, or Newark. Boarding started perfectly on time, and over there you can already see our ride to Iceland. Quick photo for our Instagram story. By the way, follow us on Instagram for live stories of all of our trips. Today, we'll be traveling aboard Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Romeo, a 2021-built Boeing 737 MAX 8. Icelandair has 17 of those in their fleet, as well as 4 of the larger MAX 9 variant. Additionally, they also still operate a handful of Boeing 757s and 767s, which will be replaced by state-of-the-art Airbus A321neos in the coming years. This means that, as of 2024, the plane and cabin you're about to see is what you will encounter on the majority of Icelandair flights. Upon boarding, antibacterial wipes are available, and you'll pass through the 2-2 configured business class section, which consists of 4 rows of Aviation Andromeda seats. We covered Icelandair's business class in a separate video as well to show in detail whether those clunky seats are worth it for traveling across the Atlantic. And I think that overall, it's a fascinating concept, combining elements of business class travel with basically premium economy seats. The video about the so-called Saga class will be out in 1 month, but as a thank you to all those of you who support us with a paid channel membership, the video is already available to watch right now. Supporting us in our mission to provide the most detailed, in-depth flight reviews on the internet starts at as little as €2 per month, which is just €24 per year. And even that amount already helps us reserve the best seats, cover new airlines, and be able to spend more time doing what we do. As a thank you to our contributors, for them, the business class review of Icelandair is already available to watch right now. If you consider supporting our work as well, simply click on the join button beneath this video or on our channel page. Back here in economy class, we're starting with 3 rows of extra legroom seats, which can be reserved for a varying additional charge depending on the length of the flight. This is followed by the rest of the 3-3 configured regular economy cabin, where we will spend the night, featuring the Avio Interior's Columbus 3 model. Each one comes with a headrest which is adjustable vertically as well as on the sides. Waiting on the seat already for us were a pillow with a single-use cover as well as a blanket. The legroom is honestly quite impressive. I'm 180 centimeters tall and I have no problem with that at all. Would have assumed the cabin to be much tighter so they could sell more extra legroom seats, but that's totally fine for me. There's also a regular tray table as well as an adjustable entertainment screen with a USB-A port and the audio port at the bottom. Unlike some other seat models, this one does not come with dedicated coat hooks, although the table latch is designed in a way that you can hang your suit jacket from here should you need to. You'll also find adjustable reading lights and personal air vents in the ceiling above. The only possibility to charge personal devices are those USB-A ports beneath the screen, as there are no universal power outlets installed. The hardware boxes for the entertainment system aren't too big, but they do take away just a bit of foot space for middle seat passengers. Overall, the cabin is pretty nice, and these newer Boeing 737s come with Boeing's so-called Sky Interior, which includes larger overhead bins that you might also notice look similar to those aboard the Boeing 787 Dreamliners. Icelandair is not part of an alliance, but they do cooperate with a handful of airlines. In the United States, those are JetBlue and Alaska Airlines, which also offer reciprocal mileage earnings for frequent flyers and the possibility to book joint itineraries. Now, we're finally ready to depart, and I'll let you enjoy the beautiful evening lighting over the Sunshine State without me talking over it. On the winglet, you can see Icelandair's logo. You might recognize it's shaped like the letter F. That's because the logo pays homage to the original name of Icelandair, Flugfélag Íslands, which translates to Flight Company of Iceland. That's also where the airline's two-letter code comes from, FI for Flugfélag Íslands. Before we take a closer look at the food situation, let's check out the in-flight entertainment system. Icelandair currently employs the Saffron Rave system with personal entertainment touchscreens at every seat. A variety of movies and TV shows can be streamed on demand. Some music is offered too, and there is a dedicated kids section as well. Icelandair also has Wi-Fi for purchase, offering a simple €10 Wi-Fi pass for the entire flight. As we're cruising over Philadelphia, it's time to look at what we can get to eat. The airline does not offer complimentary meals or snacks on any of their flights in economy, but a selection of stuff is available for purchase on board. $7.50 for cup noodles is a crime though. $5 for the hummus box is better, and the candy bars are fairly reasonable. These sodas, as well as coffee, tea, and some juices, are offered at no extra charge during the entire flight though. Icelandair also has a decent selection of alcoholic beverages, plus certain items you might need, such as headphones, which aren't provided for free either, so make sure to bring your own. Gin tonic lovers can drink to their heart's content on Icelandair. They have a whopping 7 different gins, which you can pair up with 2 different kinds of tonic water. That's pretty cool. A slightly larger variety of meals is offered to pre-order on Icelandair's website, where I went with a 3-course meal on this flight and a Kia porridge on my connecting flight to Berlin. The meal set me back $24, which is $5 more than I had to pay for the exact same meal 2 years ago. And don't get me wrong, I love lasagna, and this particular lasagna is superb, but I feel like 2 years is enough time to consider switching things up. And yes, I did pay at least for the meals myself. Our $24 3-course meal consisted of this piece of lasagna, which, as I just mentioned, is impressively tasty considering it's airplane food. It was served alongside a little salad with ham and cherry tomatoes, and some tiramisu for dessert. Overall, certainly a high-quality, tasty meal. If it's worth $24 though, I guess you'll have to decide for yourself. I would definitely order it again on a daytime flight, but would probably go without anything to eat on an overnight flight like this. By the way, if you're traveling with kids, Icelandair does provide kids aged 11 and under with free meals, but you have to request it via their hotline. Still a pretty nice gesture though, which few people know about. After sleeping through the rest of the flight, we've made it to Keflavík Airport. And yes, the F in Keflavík is pronounced like a P. It's Icelandic for Driftwood Bay, while Reykjavik means Smoky Bay, referring to the hot springs in the area. Keflavík International Airport is the main gateway to Iceland and located some 50 kilometers away from the city of Reykjavik. Icelandair offers lots of itineraries with very tight connecting times, so let's see how long it takes us to reach the gate of our onward flight to Berlin. I have transited at Keflavík Airport multiple times before, so I know how quick and easy it is, but time and time again it amazes me how little time it takes. Since the United States and Canada are countries which participate in the so-called one-stop security program, there is no need to clear security again here in Keflavík, so we arrive in the non-Schengen departure area. But since we continue onwards to Berlin, we'll have to clear Schengen passport control here. After just 7 minutes, we are in the Schengen departure area, and we even still got half an hour until our gate is even announced. So it took me less than 15 minutes gate to gate, including passport control. Before my journey, Icelandair informed passengers via email that due to volcanic activity, there is a disruption in the supply of hot water to the area. I know, the irony, huh? And that disrupted their flight kitchen, and they refunded my pre-ordered Kia porridge. Talk about just Iceland things. Because of that, certain ready-to-made sandwiches and salads were also unavailable, which is why I decided to get an avocado toast with scrambled eggs here at the airport for around 13 euros. The Onward flight to Berlin wasn't that noteworthy, and I don't have much new to show you here because, and I kid you not, it was operated by the exact same plane. Same gate, same aircraft, and obviously same cabin. On this flight, no pillows or blankets were provided, but you still got complimentary beverages. Other than that, it was basically the same experience as before, minus the food. As we're starting our descent into Berlin, I have to say Icelandair isn't bad. Obviously, it's not a full-service legacy carrier. There are no complimentary meals or snacks, no amenities such as headphones, and no universal power ports. But they do go beyond being a no-frills low-cost airline. You won't go thirsty on Icelandair, the legroom is good, pillows and blankets are offered, the services and selections for kids are nice, and complimentary in-flight entertainment is offered too, and at least a 10-kilogram piece of cabin luggage is included even on the cheapest fares. That, in combination with the easy-to-transfer at Keflavík Airport, makes Icelandair a good choice for holiday makers looking to visit Iceland, as well as for more price-conscious travelers wanting to travel between cities not connected with non-stop flights, such as Orlando and Berlin. And for Icelandair, balancing their service like this makes sense. They still primarily cater to people wanting to go to Iceland, not just transit there. And even for the latter, generous layover packages are available, making it possible to add a couple of days in Iceland to any transatlantic itinerary. And looked at separately, most of their flights are just between 3 and 6 hours long, for which it makes sense to offer free drinks but not necessarily add free meals. I also really loved Icelandair's website. I spend a lot of time on airlines' websites researching these videos, and any question you might have, Icelandair's website has some blob or some table to answer it. Even things like tickets for unborn children, which is a scenario I have never even thought about. But yeah, how do you book a flight ticket for a person that hasn't been born yet? I would have no idea. Anyway, with that, welcome to Berlin's Brandenburg International Airport. Thank you very much for watching and coming along today's video. Special thanks to all those of you who tirelessly support our work with paid channel sponsorships. All of these amazing people are already able to watch the review of Icelandair's transatlantic business class on our channel right now. If you cannot wait for a month, or simply want to support us in creating the most detailed factual flight reviews on the internet, click the join button beneath this video, with membership starting at as little as €2 per month, which is just €24 per year. Whether you are a sponsor, a subscriber, or simply stopping by for this one video, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next week for a new video, and until then, safe travels. While you're here, why not take a look at our video about the new Airbus A330neo economy class of German leisure carrier Condor. It's a great video too, and an airline you certainly deserve to know as well.